Everybody, today's video is dedicated to a Produce Junction grocery haul. I've seen many other grocery haul videos, but I like to do mine a little differently. Not only do I want to share with you what I bought at the grocery store, but I want to tell you what I'm going to do with it. And then hopefully you'll be able to tune back in and see some videos of the food that I make. Even more importantly, hopefully you'll be encouraged to try something new. So when you go to the grocery store, feel free to grab a head of that or a bulb of that or a stalk of that and try something. It's just vegetables. Whatever you make, you're going to eat it anyway, hopefully. But you want to try something new. So I do try to pick up some new things each time I go. And I did just that. So I'll share with you something new that I have not made before that I'm so excited about. So let's get right into the haul. So over here, I have a big bag of mushrooms. These are the large white mushrooms. I slice those up and put mushrooms in a lot of things. I love mushrooms. Mushrooms really don't have a lot of flavor unless you put the flavor in there. So you can make them out to be, just about anything. I would like to try a pho recipe this week. And I don't know if I'm going to use those, but I definitely will be using these. And these are sliced portobello mushrooms. Sometimes I'll get the whole head. I was thinking about getting the whole head because I wanted to make some hoagies, some sandwiches. And I use a whole head portobello to sort of replace the meat or the burger. Even in a cold hoagie, I'll slice it up or keep the whole thing on there and put it right in some bread with lettuce, tomatoes, a nice vinaigrette. But today I got the sliced ones. The sliced ones I'm going to use for a couple different things. I got 2 packs. One pack I'm going to be making some bacon. Yes, some mushroom bacon. You season it right. You can either put it in the oven or you can cook it on the stove and let it get nice and crispy and lay that on some lettuce and tomatoes and your sandwich is good to go. So I'll definitely be doing a video on that. But also I just like these to eat with a meal. Depending on the marinade that you make them in, these portobellos can be absolutely fabulous. My husband loves them just sauteed really nicely so that the liquid comes out, the flavor is intensified, and I'll put them on the side of his food. He is not vegan, okay? But he is eating less and less meat, let's put it that way. But he absolutely loves my marinated portobello mushrooms, sliced mushrooms. The other thing that I do with mushrooms is add them to cauliflower. I got 2 big heads of cauliflower. This one, this is the big one. Produce Junction. I absolutely love the Produce Junction. If you live in Pennsylvania, you might have heard of them. I don't know if there are other places, but there's one right in downtown, and I go to the one in Phoenixville. But anyway, that big old head of cauliflower was only $2. But I use cauliflower and mushrooms to make my taco meat. Okay, absolutely fabulous. It's all about the seasonings. You know what, cauliflower rice is a big thing right now. You can buy it in the bag or just take a head of cauliflower and put it in the food processor. But I will process this down like rice. I will chop my mushrooms down and add cumin and all kinds of other flavors. Sometimes I'll add finely chopped walnuts. You can add a little bit of protein in there, a little bit of texture. You can keep it crunchy if you want or cook it so it's nice and soft. So we will be doing a taco meat recipe. With my taco meat, sometimes I will just put it on rice. Sometimes I will put it in a burrito with some seasoned rice. Sometimes I'll just add it with vegetables and eat it that way. So taco meat is so very versatile. Put it in a burrito, hey, with some enchilada sauce or some cheese sauce. I feel another video coming. Anyway, back to taco meat. I also got a bag of green squash or zucchini as well as yellow zucchini. The yellow one, my mom would always make yellow squash. She'd slice it thin and add sliced onions and lots of nature seasoning or salt and pepper, just like that. That's how I grew up eating yellow squash. So I really, really like that. But there's another recipe that I had started making as well that you just slice them really thin. And it's like a layer of squash, a thin layer of potato, squash, sort of like a casserole, but you season it right, pop it in the oven. It comes out so good. So I think I'm going to be making one of those with the yellow squash. With the green squash or my zucchini, it's about time for some zucchini bread in the house. So I will be making some zucchini bread. I found a really cool recipe of using zucchini for breakfast, which I've never done. But instead of just shred it when I need it, I like prepping. So I think I'm just going to shred all of it and use some for the zucchini bread, which is usually one main or one large zucchini, one medium zucchini. I'll use some for my zucchini and oatmeal mix. And I found a zucchini brownie recipe. Anything to make a brownie taste good. Well, I wasn't really trying to make it taste good. Make it healthy. rationalize eating it, whatever you want to call it. I think I might try the zucchini brownie. So I have 3 zucchinis, I have 3 purposes, and so I think we'll be good for that. I also have a few sweet potatoes. I bought 4 of them. Sweet potatoes are so healthy. Speaking of healthy, when you get your vegetables, get the rainbow. Taste the rainbow. The more color you have, the more nutrients you have, the more minerals you have. So that's hopefully what you see is the color that's in front of me. But for sweet potatoes, I just will roast them or or boil them. This week I roasted a few, slice it in half, eat a half one with your lunch or dinner with just a little bit of butter in it or nothing. I mean, they're so sweet. I know we're used to eating it, at least in my culture, covered in butter and sugar and all kinds of things. But when I started eating them without the butter and the sugar, I couldn't believe how sweet they were. It really doesn't need anything except maybe a little cinnamon, which is so healthy for you. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I also have a recipe for something for breakfast where I'm going to mix it with some flour and some seasoning. I'm going to bake up some things and see if I can get a waffle out of that or a pancake out of that. I've done even plantain waffles that came out really great. But that's what I'm going to do with my sweet potatoes. I also got a bunch of basil. I don't have any basil growing in the garden just yet. I'm hoping to get that done, but I'm going to make a nice pesto to go over some pasta. And also, I'm working on a green sauce. I had a wonderful green sauce at this restaurant. It's a pizza something. I don't know what they put in there. I've been searching for it, but I found there's green sauces all over the world. So now I'm making some green sauce. I'm looking for a way to be very prolific with my basil because I'm going to try them all and see which one I have, which one I like. I love sauces over things. And so I would like to find the perfect green sauce to put over vegetables or potatoes or pasta or whatever that is. So that's what that is. I also have a few oranges. I'm so good with vegetables. I mean, that's what I eat. I am not as big on fruit, okay? We eat a lot of grapes. We can go through maybe 2 of these a week. My husband loves grapes. We can do a lot of bananas, and I bought a number of packs of bananas. And I love the bananas because they're good now. They're good. I have a few in the freezer because I'm going to be making some ice cream later. And they're even better as they begin to get spots on them because they get sweeter and sweeter. And I make banana muffins, banana bread, banana pancakes, whatever. So so fruit I'm trying to get a little bit better at, but there are other pieces that I wanna increase my consumption. Oh, speaking of other fruits, I did get a pack of limes. I love limes in my tea. A lot of the Mexican food asks for a sprinkle of lime or something good to keep your avocados from turning color as well. And I got a bag of lemons. Listen, when you go to Produce Junction, you don't buy really just one thing for most things. They come in a bag. Like a whole bag of these are $2. So you need to get to a Produce Junction. So I got a couple of those as well. And when I make my cheese sauce, this helps cut some of that, some of the flavor. It changes the flavor of a lot of the food. I like making Indian food, so oftentimes it'll ask for you to, squeeze a half a lemon into something. So yes, that's what I have. I also picked up some tomatoes. I love slicing tomatoes. I should have gotten more than just one little bag that only has 4 of them in there. But while tomatoes are in the nightshade family, it's a type of a category that sometimes can cause inflammation. I have found that if I don't eat a lot of them, it really doesn't affect me too much. Sometimes the acidity does bother me, but so far I'm doing good. And my goal is to grow some of the yellow tomatoes, which I've heard is a lower acidity, or you can get them lower acidity. So I do have some of these. I try to slice up tomatoes in some of everything. My dad would just cut them and have salt and pepper right on them and some mayo. Gotten there. I like it in a sandwich or something like that. But tomatoes, every the vegetable is good. It's really a fruit. It does have seeds in it. All right, anyway, I got a big old bag of collards. Okay, this whole bag cost me only like $3 or whatnot. There are about 3 bunches in here. So I would like to make some collards, green leafy vegetables. You need to have green leafies every day. And so I like to cook up a big pot of cauliflower so that I have it. But I'm not going to make it all on the stove in a pot. I'm going to hold on to some, and I'm going to make some wraps with these. You know how you can make wraps with tortillas? Just sort of dunk these in some hot water so they're not a little bit soft. Slice that back piece off that is the harder piece and lay your stuff right in there and wrap it up. You can't get a more healthy vegetable wrap when you wrap it in a green leafy. So that's what we're going to do with that. Speaking of other green leafies, I did get a tub of spring mix. I am trying to get more into salads. People think that, hey, you're vegan, you just eat salads. Well, you know, not this chick. Actually, I don't eat salads much at all. I eat vegetables all day long. I don't need to just have a bowl of it with no seasonings and nothing else on it. But I'm trying to do better. So I did get a whole thing of spring mix. My goal is to make an actual salad with my red peppers and green peppers and maybe some leftover zucchinis and mushrooms. I like a busy, flavorful salad. My friend from work, she used to make my salads before I started working from home. She would make them for me almost every week, and I call them Becca salads. So this will be a Becca video if I do one of those. But she had at least, one time I think I counted 17 different things in there. And it was busy, but I loved it. I mean, we had nuts, we had fruit, which I have never put in a salad before. We had beans, I mean, every possible food group besides meat, and all the different vitamins and minerals and seeds and pumpkin seeds, everything was in there. So I'm gonna try to do that on my own. Bear with me, Miss Becca, I'm trying to get to that. I did also get some sugar snap peas, which I never really ate that much until she started making my salads for me. So I did get a bag of those to go with that. I also got a thing of grape tomatoes. Grape tomatoes are great to eat on their own, throw in a salad. I'm not big on a salad, but I will put them on a sheet pan with some sliced mushrooms and other vegetables and season it up and put it in the oven, and they burst open when they're cooked, and so they get so sweet. They're phenomenal. So I did get a couple of those. I think I might slice them in half and make a different type of salad. Not to go in here, but I have a couple farro recipe salads I'd like to try. And so you might see those again. The new thing that I got are tomatillos. I got a whole bag of tomatillos. I used to see these all the time, and I was thinking, okay, so what is with the paper on the tomatoes? But I know now what the paper is on tomatoes. These are tomatillos, and I'm going to be making some salsa verde, which is a green salsa, and I'll probably make a salsa verde enchilada, or just keep that salsa verde sauce and pour it on everything. Like I said, I like sauce, and that's one of the green sauces I'd like to master and to try. I also picked up some potatoes with some thin skins on them. I oftentimes will just boil an entire pot of potatoes at the beginning of the week, and then we would eat on them throughout the week. When my children were home, I would do that. My daughter would love to just have some, earth balance and salt and pepper on her potatoes. And it's great. Potatoes are starchy, and that's all right. I don't have a problem with starch. But they don't have a lot of flavor, so you have to flavor them. So, and I'm trying to cut back on salt. So I'm going to be trying to do some creative things with my potatoes, but I eat a lot of them, sweet potatoes or white potatoes. I also got a bag of kale, okay? I'm gonna try that massaging kale method. Oftentimes I cook my kale and I keep it and try to have it with other things, but I'd like to wash it down, massage it, and flavor it and put it in some salads and try to eat it raw as well. Nutritional values sometimes fluctuate when you cook certain things. It's all healthy, darn it, it's all veggies, but I wanna try this in a different format, so I'm gonna be getting creative there. And I also got some spinach, okay? This is how you buy spinach at the Produce Junction. Don't judge. I know it's big. Don't judge me, y'all. But I put spinach in everything. I told you my husband is not vegan, so sometimes, you gotta hide vegetables in people's food. So I will chop up vegetables and some of everything. Anything I'm cooking that has liquid or sauce, you can best believe has a handful of spinach in there. Just right at the end of your cooking, drop it in there, and it'll just sort of melt down into whatever it is you're making. So yes, I have my spinach. I also got some big yellow onions, and I put onions and garlic in everything. I didn't need any garlic, so that's why you don't see any over here, but I tried to chop that up. I'm gonna try to be a little more prep-wise with my veggies. Chop them up, that way I can throw them in some things. But I enjoy cooking, so I will always have, an onion or two and something, and ginger, but they were all out of ginger. Multiple grocery stores, I couldn't quite get what I needed. So I have all that done as well. What am I missing on here? I think I got some of everything. I think I have some of everything. Oh, these three right here, I get these at the Produce Junction also. And what I do is I will clean them up. They tend to have a lot of dirt in them, but I will clean them up and slice them. As I mentioned, I want to make a faux recipe. And so I'm going to have these laying in there a little bit. I have just sauteed these on their own. It's a Chinese vegetable, I believe it is. And it is such great for your body. All of these are, but I didn't realize how good this one is. The name of it is escaping me at this moment. I can't even figure out why. But these are baby ones. Bok choy, baby box, that's what they are. These are bok choy, baby box. Usually you get them larger, but I really like the baby box. So, they're cute. They fit in my little soup. And I am really, now that I know a little bit more about them, that is one of the veggies that I started using last year. So I think I covered everything. If there's something you're not sure about, try it. Cook it up, chop it up, and let me know how it is. So hopefully you enjoyed this grocery haul. Hopefully you got some great information and some ideas on some things that you can cook. So as usual, if you like this video, click the like button. If you'd like to see more, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye.